Dan Geltrude with us, Geltrude & Company founder. Very good stock market watcher, an accountant, so he knows numbers, and we're going to have a lot more money going out than coming in on this one. That's nothing new. We've seen that a lot, but now we're getting word, at least to take, Nancy Pelosi on her comments a couple of days ago, that it might not all be paid for. Half of it might, maybe not the whole thing. What do you think of all this?
Well, Neil, just because Congress doesn't know what's going to be in the bill and all the details aren't worked out and we don't know how much it's going to cost, why should that stop the bill from being passed? I personally think something is going to get passed. Now, how large it's going to be remains to be seen. But if people think that ultimately senators like Manchin and Sinema are not going to come around, ultimately, they are going to vote party line. Now, there's going to be a lot of horse trading and all this, Neil, but ultimately something is going to pass. Why? Because it has to. This is Joe Biden's signature part of his agenda. The Democrats have to give him a win here.
I think you're right about that. And Dan, I don't want to be so jaded, but maybe having watched this process in the past, I think you put out an obscene, ridiculous figure, like $3.5 trillion, thinking, will people buy this? And then in their hearts, they're thinking maybe something like $2 to $2.5 trillion. I could be wrong, even guesstimating the numbers, but no one in his right mind thought that $3.5 trillion would fly. So if it gets down to $2 to $2.5 trillion, think, wow, man, this is quite the lean, mean, spending machine here, when in fact it was that plan all along.
Hey, you're probably right about that, Neil, that you throw out this ridiculous number, and then if you're only spending $1 trillion or $2 trillion, all of a sudden that starts to look like reasonable spending. But it's not. So the question still arises, how much can we keep spending before this whole thing breaks down? And no one really knows, and that's the problem. And the reason that the government keeps spending the way it has been is because there hasn't been any consequences. At some point, there will be. And as far as the mantra of we can have these big bills because we can tax the rich, we can tax the corporations, I'm going to tell you right now, Neil, all of that is garbage talk. To be able to even get close to paying for something like this, more people are going to be taxed. They'll call it charges. They'll call it something else other than a tax, but there's more taxes coming for everyone across the board.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time and when, right? I mean, if it doesn't happen this year, the counter argument is it's going to be tougher to happen next year. But one way or the other, you think it's inevitable?
It absolutely is inevitable. This bill is coming. It's just when and how large. And also, tax increases are guaranteed to be coming again. What are they going to look like? We'll find out. But, Neil, there's some really scary things that they're talking about related to taxes. One specifically is the thought of taxing unrealized gains. I can't even imagine how something like that is going to work and what the impact on Wall Street is going to be. Because once something like that goes into place, if you're going to get taxed on unrealized gains, then you might as well realize the gain, which means that there's going to be an awful lot of selling on Wall Street in the days ahead.
Yeah, and the idea that you hang on to it and invest for a long time because until you sell, there's no gain and or loss. That all of a sudden goes away if you have a gain and they start taxing the gain and they do it the next year and the next year after that. What would possibly compel people to invest? But that's a whole separate issue. Dan, thank you very much, my friend. Dan Geltrude, following